Well, no one likes to think about dying, but it is a fact of life. And to lessen the burden on family and friends, when the time comes, it's important to do some estate planning in advance. Joining us now via Skype with advice on the importance of having your wishes documented is Everything Financial Group CEO Peter Cishecki. Good morning, Peter. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Carrie. How are you doing this morning?
Not too bad. I think, we're in a global health crisis, and this is maybe something that people are thinking about more often than they would normally. So tell us what age that we should start thinking about estate planning.
Pretty much as once you become an adult. Now, for some of us, that might be when we're 35. But realistically, once you get on your own, you start earning a living, you're in the working world, it's good to start estate planning. The earlier, the better.
So why is it so important? Because wouldn't all of your assets, if you will, just go to either your spouse or your children automatically?
Well, that's what people think now. If it's just you and your spouse and you pass away and you don't have a will, your assets are still going to go to your spouse. But people think, and this is common, that even if they don't have a will and there's their spouse, there's their children, it still automatically goes to their spouse. It doesn't. There's a schedule used in the province where it gets divided amongst your children. And where this can become more complicated, imagine second marriage, blended family, multiple children from each side, and no will. It's not going to the current spouse. It's part of it is, but it's being divided amongst your children, their children. And I've seen things at that point when they can get very messy. So better to plan in advance, get the will done. It's simple, and make sure your wishes are carried forward.
Yeah, how often should we be updating the will?
Usually we see a lot of times about 5 years, but if there's been a major financial change or a major change in your life, then it's always a good time to get it reviewed. And when we're doing financial planning for we'll ask them, when was the will? And any financial planner, that should be one of their first questions, not how much money do you have or where are your assets or whatnot. It should be, do you have a will, and when was the last time it was reviewed? So even looking at it every couple of years to make sure it's current is not a bad idea.
Hey, what is power of attorney? What is it, and should everyone have that?
Power of attorney is if, and this really becomes kind of in the forefront right now with a sudden pandemic and people can't speak for themselves. This would be someone you grant the power of attorney to speak for you for legal and financial decisions, but they can't just use it willy-nilly. It's only if it has to be first off in your best interest, and only if you can't speak for yourself. They can't abuse that power, but it's necessary to have, because sometimes right now, what if something happened and you can't make decisions? Pay those bills, have access to your account to make sure you don't default on a mortgage and things like that. So it's very important to have the power of attorney.
Overall, what's your take-home message for us this morning, Peter, when it comes to getting a will?
Don't procrastinate. Get it done. It's not as expensive as people think, but one thing to kind of have in the conversation before you get the will, and this is the bone of contention with a lot of people where they don't agree on, that when you have children, who's going to be the guardian of the children?
Right.
Get those things sorted out first, and maybe the guardian and the person, the executive who looks after the money, are two different people.
Yes.
Two major responsibilities you don't want to put on the same person.
Absolutely. People's money is more important now than ever before. Peter Cishecki with Everything Financial Group. Thanks, Peter. Have a great day.
Thanks, Carrie. Have a great day.